look out and see all of you here, and the room looks beautiful, and the place is just terrific, and this is really wonderful. I'm David Berkman, the President of the Board of Directors of the Lander-Grinspoon Academy. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone here this evening. It's an exciting moment for us as we honor two individuals who have supported this school in multiple essential ways. I want to take the opportunity to thank our dinner chairs, Karen Spohr and Joanne Lemon, for once again stepping forward to their success. Maxine Edward Zuckerman Goldberg have all contributed enormously to tonight's program. Thank you all. We welcome many individuals from many segments of our greater community who have come to add their voices to the chorus for Nancy and Mark. A warm welcome to Nancy's family, to Jonah, Miriam, and Neil, to her colleagues from the Institute for Jewish. And while I know you'll all be pleased to know that I do not intend to individually recognize everyone sitting in the room, we would be nothing without them. Sincere, very deep thanks to Diane Trotterman and Harold Grinspoon and the Harold Grinspoon Foundation for their ongoing support and leadership. They have remained our partners in this important venture from its earliest conceptions, and they continue to share our commitment to its excellence and its sustainability. Covering, we've gathered tonight to honor the commitment of two wonderful individuals to the Lander-Grinspoon Academy. Both have contributed enormously of their time, their expertise, and their resources. Both have recognized the level and the range here this evening, have expressed their support through the dinner journal that you've all received, and which raised over $55,000 for the school tonight. Supporting and for the commitment that they've each shown over the years. These children, Miriam and Jonah, Kudler Flam, and Mark's grandson, Sam Denton, to join us, to lead us in the motion. Amen.
Blessed are you, Lord our God, all sovereign of the universe, who brings forth bread from earth. Amen.
Moving along, I'm happy to introduce Harold Berman, the Executive Director of the Jewish Federation of Western Massachusetts. The Foundation and Foundation President Sue Klein have been strong supporters of the school and its mission. My son Ilan and I had the pleasure of spending a lovely Sunday morning during Sukkot bicycling with Harold and his son Mika. We were participants in the Ride to Provide, which raised money in support of UMass Hillel's community service projects. Harold looks like he's struggling a bit less hard this evening.
What David didn't mention is somewhere around mile 4 mid-bike. On behalf of the Jewish Federation of Western Massachusetts, I want to congratulate the Lander-Grinspoon Academy and tonight's honorees, Rabbi Nancy Flam and Marc Futter.
Hi, Margin.
This past Shabbat, we read from the Torah the story in which Abraham's servant Eliezer is all about vision. A little over a decade ago, a few people in this community got together.
In such an introduction, I have been to one or two similar events over the years. I understand that one typically has a conversation with the individual and other sources to create a biography to share with the audience. Tonight, however, I've decided to have Mark introduce himself in a way. Hey, this is a lot of work. Something had to give. Mark has been a supporter of this institution for many years and a member of our board of directors since the spring of 2006. When individuals are nominated, we ask them to write briefly about themselves and their interest in serving the school. Our intention is that they introduce themselves to the existing board members. Tonight, I've chosen to read to you Mark's own words. I know you will agree they are perfect, far better than I could have done, and I will share them verbatim. Here's the letter in his own handwriting from May 22nd, 2006. I was born in Berlin, Germany. Hitler's coming to power in 1933 made it necessary for me to move to school in England, where I graduated in 1939. As World War II approached, as a World War II friend, I moved with my mother and her new husband to Norway. After Norway was invaded by the Nazis, I was seized by the Gestapo, imprisoned, and subjected to the usual Nazi treatment of Jewish prisoners, starvation, physical torture, etc. Through an unbelievable stroke of luck, I managed to escape impending transfer to Bergen-Belsen and a certain gas oven, and so I became a Holocaust survivor. I also caught pulmonary tuberculosis, which I cured for many months in a Norwegian sanitarium. It too was threatened by the Germans, so that I needed to escape again, this time on skis across Lapland into Sweden, and safety finally until the end of the war. While there, I attended the University of Uppsala, and after my return to Norway in 1946, the University of Oslo. Several years later, I joined my parents in the US. I attended Columbia University and was active in commodities trading on Wall Street. I then became ill again with tuberculosis and spent some 2 years at Indian Sanitarium in Saranac Lake, New York. In 1952, I moved to Westfield, Massachusetts, where I became active in the management together with my brother and father of the Kellogg Brush Manufacturing Company, a manufacturer of plastic items, cleaning aids, etc. for the kitchen, bathroom, and home, sold in supermarket chains and other retailers in the US and overseas. At the death of my father, my brother and I took over total control, and after growing the company very substantially, moved it to East Hampton, Massachusetts. We retired in 1991 after continued growth over the years. I have served on the boards of many arts, cultural, and educational organizations, including the Massachusetts Arts Cultural Council, a governor's panel in Boston, for 13 years. Other organizations have been, or continue to be, Hatikva Holocaust Center, the Springfield Symphony Orchestra, Springfield Library and Museums Association, Mount Holyoke College Art Museum Advisory Board, Station WGBY, Bay Path College Advisory Council. Wow. In these modest words lay so much of why this school exists, what we hope to teach our children, and what we wish to give them by their attendance here. Herein lies a lifetime including terrific challenges and adversity, struggles, transitions, successes, and ultimately of giving back to the community, Tikkun Olam. To me, of a younger generation, of a more secure time and place, it is a life history that affirms the need to actively focus on Jewish continuity. I am reminded of the role that this and other day schools can play in these efforts. By framing our children's early education in a Jewish context and in Jewish values, we provide them with tools and a foundation that will be lifelong. I believe that Marc's support of the Lander-Grinspoon Academy reflects his understanding of all this and so much more. In particular, he has shown great leadership in establishing the school's endowment to ensure its sustainability. I'm particularly excited to announce tonight that Marc has committed himself to substantially furthering his contributions to this nascent endowment fund. Marc? Appreciation and esteem, the Lander-Grinspoon Academy presents to Marc this exquisite tzedakah box produced by our own artisan, Emmett Leader. I believe somewhere. Emmett?
would like to thank all of you of Lander-Grinspoon Academy who have chosen to invite and honor me here today. It is not only a great pleasure, but also cause for much happiness. The year was 2003, and Solomon Schechter was still residing, thanks to generous hospitality, in the Annunciation Church in Florence. I had the good fortune to be permitted to visit classes there and see both students and teachers in action. Having last been in elementary and middle school some 70 years earlier, it's true. I could not believe my eyes and ears. The wonderful grace and respect, kindness and understanding shown by each teacher towards whatever a pupil expressed was incredible. And how this warmth and insight affected the speed and ability of those children to comprehend the lesson was really inspiring. Something else I noticed while visiting Lander-Grinspoon Academy was that each person on that teaching staff was a woman. I see that today we have a more equitable teaching staff. What a revolutionary change from my days in school in Germany in the 1930s, when Hitler and his theories were rampant. I recall learning my math tables, and I mixed up 6 by 7 and 6 times 8. The teacher yelled, "Come up here, and I will give you a Backkuss." That's German for kiss on the cheek. So he cradled my head into the corner of his arm and yelled, 6 by 7 is 42, slap on the cheek. He cradled my head into the corner of his arm and yelled, 6 by 7 is 42, slap on the cheek. 6 by 8 is 48, another slap. And just in case you don't know, 6 by 9 is 54, and here are 2 slaps. Well, at that age I made sure I did not receive any more of these kisses. But that was not the only result. There was also fear, intimidation. Searching for new answers to new problems never came about as a result. When I came to go to public school in England in the mid-1930s, unbelievably, similar events took place. I was learning ancient Latin and Greek. When I failed to remember all the principal parts of the verb to see in Greek, the teacher yelled at me in class, "Come up here and lie down on the floor on your back." He then stepped his leg and foot on my chest. Come up here and lie down on the floor on your back. He then stepped with his leg and foot on my chest and said, in Greek, the verb I see, stomp. I saw, stomp. I shall see, stomp, and so on. All very scary and unforgettable. From this learning experience, I can still recite in Greek the principal parts of the verb to see. 75 years later, anybody wants to hear that? So you do not need to wonder why I hold Lander-Grinspoon so close to my heart. The children laugh and play, and most importantly, they learn in a warm and loving environment. Individual thought and expression are encouraged. Please help support the endowment which ensures that this learning and schooling can continue for generations. Let us be thankful for all the wonderful progress here at Lander-Grinspoon Academy and work towards more in all directions in the future. Thank you.